I grew up in the Bronx and with 4 brothers, mom and dad, um, and you know, it sounds like normal, but it really like wasn't normal. I was at 14, I started realizing that like I didn't look like my family, and I didn't act like them. Around age 16, I think, that's when I wanted to get a job because my home life wasn't that good, wasn't that great. So I wanted to go make my own money, become more independent. One of the things you need to get a job is your Social Security. So I went and asked my mom for my Social Security, and she said, "Oh, you don't have one." That's when I started putting the pieces together that I didn't have any papers. But that was just like the very tip of the iceberg of everything else that I was going to find out. There was something going on where it was like a protest where all the illegal immigrants were protesting, and they took a day off of work so America can see like what life would be like without these people who actually like contribute to our economy and society and whatnot. And she made a comment about, yeah, that's you, that's why I didn't, like that day I didn't go to school. And she was like, yeah, that's you, that's why I didn't let you go to school today. And that's when literally all the pieces came together, and I was like, okay, I don't have any papers, I don't have a Social Security, okay. So in my family, my brothers would always make fun of me because they were all American citizens, and they would make fun of me because I wasn't born here in America. The story that they told me, the reason why I was an illegal immigrant, was because my mom accidentally had me in Dominican Republic. And then she brought me over here with no papers, and that was the whole reasoning. But like, that's the story I grew up with. Like, and I had no reason to question it. Like, I just never questioned it. I found out that when I was 3 years old, I was taken from my mom in Dominican Republic and brought here under someone else's name and passport. And the people who had raised me and the brothers that I grew up with, they were not my family, and they were not my parents. And it kind of all came together, like it all made sense now, because like I never had that connection with them. One day, I don't know, I was at home, I just decided, I don't know, called her, and she answered, and first she didn't believe it was me. And from there on out, like, it was like maybe a phone call every like 2 to 3 days, just so we could like start to build this relationship. I finally did have my papers, and I had a passport and everything. So I want to say it was maybe like a year later or so that we went to Dominican Republic for the first time, and we met her. It was weird. I held everything in, so I wasn't really like emotional or anything. It was just like, okay, this is just another chapter in my life that I have to go through. And I didn't feel the impact of the whole situation until she took me to the place where I was born. Like, I have a picture of it, like I'll give it to you. It's like this green little shack. Like, when it makes me think, like, you know, when people here say they're poor and they live in a trailer or whatever, like, being poor in Dominican Republic is way different. It's like you're literally in a shack with no floor, like it's dirt. And my mother's aunt still lived there. So we went in there, And we were talking to her. She was so sweet, the sweetest old lady ever. I was like, okay, so this is the house where I was born. And she's like, no, honey, you weren't born in this house. You were born in a 1-bedroom shack behind the house. Like, it was even like worse. And in that moment, that's when I think we had been in DR for like maybe 3 days or so, and I hadn't expressed like any emotions at all. And in that moment, that's when I broke down. And thank God I had sunglasses on and everything, because it was so emotional.
Given everything you've been through, would you change anything?
No. I wouldn't change anything. If you asked me this question like before I had kids and everything, I'd probably say, yeah, I wish I didn't go through all that. But no. Even though I went through all that, it made me who I am. It made me a stronger person. And I live my life for my children. If I didn't like go through all of that, would I still be so present with my kids? Would I still be volunteering for all of their stuff so I can be there for them? Would I still be like on top of everything and make sure that they don't need to struggle, they don't need to ask for anything, they don't need to worry about where their food is going to come from? I don't think I would be the same person. So I feel like the universe always has a plan for us, and I feel like I needed all of that, even though it sucked. And but it's part of my story, but it's not like the entire thing.